we were the first to last, the only movie to ever film in that warehouse. The warehouse was originally a mortuary, but the production designer, David Wasco, was like, geez, it's a mortuary. Why dress it as, all kinds of tons of crates? Why don't we take what's already existing and add to it? Add a hearse, a couple of upright coffins, and voila, we have ourselves a mortuary that you can't tell. Is it closed for repairs, or are they on vacation? What's going on? And it just left a nice element to it. Look at the tubes and the wires. I mean, it's an actual embalming room with, 40-year-old tubes. They're pretty gross, but it worked well for the scene.
I had a connection with this hippie chick up in Santa Cruz, and all my friends knew it. They give me a call and they say, hey, Freddie.
This is up right above the warehouse in the mortuary. I mean, it just was like, wow, we need an apartment. And David Wasco went, there's some rooms upstairs, let's go look up there. And it's like, well, it sure is ugly, all these white walls. And it was like, well, they don't have to be white, let's make them blue. And then, here you can see in this photo, it's pretty cool with Quentin already. Probably a month before we filmed the scene, but there he is, already got it in his mind how he can look out the window and wow, we can shoot a scene of the car sitting across the street from here, and there's a liquor store across the street, and you have to get releases on things that are featured in movies. And the liquor store, the way we got the release on them was I made sure that we bought our off-the-record wrap beers for every night from that liquor store. I ate at Johnny's for about 3 days in a row and really got to scope out how busy were these people. When did they really close as opposed to what they said on the door? Because the sign made it sound like they were just open, 24 hours a day. And actually by being there, I could see that Saturday night was a night where they closed because it's at the Wilshire Fairfax area and it gets kind of dead, by about sunset. So I knew they closed at 6 p.m. contrary to what their sign said. And so then I was able to go back, talk to the manager, go, okay, here's when we'd like to do our movie. It's on a Saturday night and we would be out of your restaurant by Sunday morning at 6 a.m. when you're ready to open for business. And so in a 12-hour window, we were able to shoot the scene and clear it out. And actually, it was the very last day of the whole movie.
This is a very weird situation. Because I don't know if you remember back in '86, there was a major fucking drought.
The Lodge, yeah, it's on Lancashire Boulevard in the valley. And what can I say? It's a gay bar. It's a gay bar. I didn't know that when I walked in to scout it. I was just looking for a bar. Somebody on the crew said, Billy, you might check a place called The Lodge. And I was like, okay. And I went into the Lodge, and everybody certainly seemed friendly enough. And I sat there and, hey, I'm Billy, and I'm working on this art film. It's called Reservoir Dogs.
And then that got to be a pain in the ass. People call me on the phone all the fucking time. I couldn't even run a fucking tape without 6 fucking phone calls interrupting me.
I think my big location budget on this was around $28,000. And considering it was a 24-day movie shot on 4 6-day weeks and Sundays off to catch your breath, do your laundry before you dove back in for another 6 days, 18 hours a day. That was fun. It was filmmaking at its finest.